hostess, Angela Porto-Real, and welcome to my home. Yes, how you doing this evening? Well, congratulations. You have just tuned in to the hottest, grown and sexy relationship talk show out of Charlotte, North Carolina. That's right, the Queen City. I want to welcome you to my home, welcome you to this show. I'm super excited to have you guys. Yes, we're about to chop some stuff up tonight. So I hope you have your beverage of choice. I got my little cocktail right here on the floor beside me, so I don't have to reach too far, but I have it. So guys, again, welcome to Diva Speaks Relationship Talk Show. Again, my name is Angela Porto-Real, and I've just invited you into my home so we can have a relationship conversation. But before I get into all of that, I got my little cue cards to remind me of the things that I need to talk to you about before we get into the topic of the show. So, before we get into it, I definitely want all of you to know who may have come across my talk show and this is your very first time tuning in. Diva Speaks Relationships has a podcast. That's right. You can find Diva Speaks Relationships podcast available wherever you get your podcast from. So if you are interested into relationship matters, conversations, my podcast is where the conversation keeps going in the meantime, in between the talk shows. So again, go out, subscribe to Diva Speaks Relationship Podcast, tell a friend or a family member, join the conversation. And if you actually tune in to the podcast and you subscribe from my hosting site, which is Podbean, it notifies you when I go live. It notifies you when I upload a brand new show to the podcasting platform, and you have the opportunity to call in and chat with me and or other people who are on the live call at that moment. It's it's a great experience. It's fun. It's interactive. And for all of you single people out there, my podcast, I'm going to tell you, it has more single men and men tuning in to my show than women. So ladies, if you are single and you are looking and you want to engage or just create some new relationships and friendships in your life, I invite you to subscribe to Diva Speaks Relationship Podcast. Now, I need to warn you, Diva Speaks is all one word. Do not separate Diva and Speaks. You're going to get somebody else. You're not going to be as impressed. And then you're just going to let it fall by the wayside. So remember, Diva Speaks is all one word. Hint, hint, I own that word. Diva Speaks Relationships. So anyway, make sure you subscribe. Find my podcast. Subscribe to it. I think you're going to be pleasantly impressed, and you're going to enjoy it. Again, Diva Speaks Relationship Podcast. Also, for those of you who do not know, because I've taken a very long hiatus, I do have a radio show. That's right, Diva Speaks Relationships is on Station Head Radio. So if you are familiar with Station Head Radio, I'm on there, honey. That's right, Diva is back on the radio. So in case you missed it, because I've been missing for so long that you probably didn't know that I was even back. Listen, all of this mess that's going on with the Housewives of Atlanta, where one of the cast members is newly engaged to another cast member's husband, whose divorce even final, and she's been entertaining this woman in her house. Now, word on the curb is both of them are pregnant by the wife's husband. Anyway, so I talked about that on my radio show this past Thursday, I believe was the day that I did the radio show about protecting your relationship. Girlfriends and your relationship. How comfortable are you with relaxing your standards and your boundaries for your girlfriends around your man? Anyway, we're not about to get into that right now because we got other things to do. But anyway, you can find that show. It's in my archive section on my radio show. Once again, Diva Speaks Relationships is on Station Head Radio. Any of you out there who are a part of the Station Head community, why don't you go ahead and support me over there as well. But anyway, we got so much content to cover, so let me keep it pushing. Got my cue card so I don't forget to tell you guys anything. So anyway, this TV show airs on Access 21 every second and fourth Friday of the month. Again, every second and fourth Friday of the month at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find the Diva right here, okay? Right here. Tell somebody, tell a few people, text, start a group text. The Diva is on TV right now. Again, every second and fourth Friday of the month, you can find Diva Speaks Relationships on Access 21. Now, let me tell you how you can find it on Access 21. If you have Spectrum Cable, a Roku television, or you subscribe to AT&T Uverse, you can find my show on those particular through those particular avenues. Once again, Spectrum Cable, AT&T Uverse. If you have a Roku television, you can find the show that way, or you can stream my show if you have basic internet or Wi-Fi, even on your smartphone. Just type in the television station's website, which is tvaccess21.com. Once again, tvaccess21, numerical, okay, the 2 and 1.com. You can stream the show live when it airs, okay? When it airs, you can just type in and you say, wow, Diva's right there, honey, right there on your television. That's right, you can stream it live. Or listen, I'm in the relationship business. I get it. Friday night is a date night, okay? Whether you're getting to know someone, whether you are a married couple, we all know the importance of having date night as a married couple. Whether you are in a long-term relationship, a new relationship, I get it. Sometimes Friday night may not be feasible for you to watch my show, but listen, as long as you're invested into watching the show, you can still go to the station's website, look to the left-hand side of the page where it says Video on Demand. You want to select that. Once you select Video on Demand, it's going to ask you, it's going to be like a little search field. Type in Diva. That's all you got to type in, or Diva Speaks, and then it will auto-populate all of the shows that are remaining on the site for your viewing consumption, okay? Last time I checked was a few minutes ago, and it was like 3 shows that were still left on the television station's website. In case you have not had an opportunity to catch up on any of my previous shows, it is right there for you. TV Access 21, the second and fourth Friday of the month at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find the Diva there, honey. That's right. Now, we got to keep on. I got so much to tell you. Okay, so Diva Speaks Relationships is also brand new, okay? I can be found on Empowered Living TV. That's right. Do you need some inspiration in your life? Okay. Well, the Diva is coming to, well, I'm already there. What am I talking about? I'm on Empowered Living TV. So you will go to empoweredlivingtv.com, or you can download the Empowered Living app throughout, I think it's through Google or Apple. Download the app and it will feature all of my shows that are there. Now, my show airs on Empowered Living TV every Friday night and Tuesday night at 11 p.m. So you can definitely look at my show on the Empowered Living TV network. I will be catering, moving forward, I will be catering a lot of my content and make it Bible-based, based on some of the points that I'm going to point out as it relates to marriages and relationships, because I know that plenty of people that follow me thoroughly enjoy being encouraged about relationship matters and having something that is biblical to back it. So stay tuned for that. I will be more spiritually driven on different sites that my content will be featured on. So that's just to give you a little something to look forward to, okay? Empowered Living TV is where the Diva is now also every Tuesday and Friday night, same time, 11 p.m., because it is adult natured, even though I don't be crass or ghetto or, off-putting, nothing like that, but still, it's adult content. So I want you to be mindful of that. Now listen, 2 things. If you haven't gotten your cocktail before I get started, go ahead and grab it, because I have mine right here and I need to take a swig of my little beverage. Okay. So listen, coming very soon, and I mean soon. I'm talking about like within the next 30 to 45 days soon. You can now also find Diva Speaks Relationships on the Now Television Networks. That's right, honey. Diva Speaks is coming to the Now Television Network, which is featured in over 83 different countries. When I tell you, God is good, okay? I'm super excited to be able to have my content reach our brothers and sisters across the globe. You know what I'm saying? Across the globe, so that those who speak English will be able to listen in and chime in and, tell their friends and family about the Diva. I'm super excited. Stay tuned, stay connected, and I will actually let you know my first air date. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's May 30th or around the first 2 weeks of June. My very first broadcast on the Now Network. Actually, the video on demand aspect of the network is where my show will be featured, but my show will be uploaded to the show's platform. To the television station's platform, and I'm super excited. I hope that you guys are excited for me as well, to be able to spread my wings, spread them, and just really just talk to many different people, because all of us are in relationships. I don't care what culture, what race you are, what color you are, you find yourself in a relationship, whether it's a relationship with your man or your woman, your children, your in-laws, your business partners, your employees, your colleagues. Relationships are far and abroad and near and dear, and we just need to keep having the conversations, all right? And amen. So once again, Diva Speaks Relationships is coming to the Now Television Network, on the video on demand section. That's where I'll be, so you can listen to the show when it's convenient for you. So I'm just so excited. God is good. God is good. God is good. God is good. So if you didn't know, I do have a website. It is a one-stop shop for all things Diva Speaks Relationships related. I have a website. My website address is Diva Speaks. Oh God, no, that's my email. My website address is diva-speaks-official.com. Once again, my website address is diva-speaks-official.com. Now, when you visit my website, a few things you're going to be able to do. You'll be able to reach me, reach all of my podcasts. It directs you to my podcast. It also directs you to my social media platforms, which I will give you in just a second. It also allows you to email me as well as if you want to come on board and financially contribute to the show and to the cause. It allows you to donate. I accept the donations, please and thank you. It also allows you to catch up on any of my shows that you have missed thus far. All of my television shows should be there for your viewing pleasure, honey. From the latest one to the oldest one, it will be there for you. Once again, on my website address is diva-speaks-official.com. And again, I was about to start to give you my email address, so I'm just going to circle back to that. Is that okay? My email address. Let's just say you want to reach out. You want to reach out because maybe you have an issue that is currently going on right now in your life, and you just want an alternate perspective, or you want to anonymously shoot me something and have me chop it up. I respect confidentiality and privacy, so no worries. I can even shoot you a confidentiality agreement of sorts if you want me to have an exchange with you about something that is near and dear to your heart. Shoot me an email address, at my email address, which is divaspeaksofficial@gmail.com. Once again, I invite you to shoot me an email. My email address is divaspeaks, plural, divaspeaksofficial@gmail.com. I'm waiting to hear back from you. Now, will you shoot me an email? Let me know what's going on. Let me know how you've enjoyed the show. Let me know, if you need some help of sorts, or a prayer partner of sorts, or to have an alternate perspective on what issues you may be facing. I welcome your email. So let's just move right along. Now, I've been talking about for a hot second my social media platforms, baby. If you have not had an opportunity to follow me on social media, especially my Instagram account, you are missing out. And the congregation has spoken. If you find me and follow me on Instagram, let me tell you that it is your daily dose, a spiritual or relationship supplement of sorts, of relationship encouragement, food for thought, just different things that may address what you may have been through, or what you are going through, or what you are looking forward to. You understand that? Did you get that? Because I ain't going to repeat it. So if you follow me on Instagram, I promise to show up present for you every day and forward you information as it relates to relationships in general. Maybe it's something that you have not received closure on. And maybe in your best efforts to move forward, you've just not been able to push through to the other side. I know for a fact you can find what you're looking for if you follow me on Instagram. So my Instagram handle, here it is, guys. Diva Speaks, _sign official. Once again, my Instagram handle is Diva Speaks, that's plural, _sign official. That is my Instagram page. I want you to find my page and follow me, and let's keep the conversation going. Now, I'm also on Facebook. My Facebook handle is True Diva Speaks. Once again, True Diva Speaks. Now, facebook.com/True Diva Speaks. If you get on over there to Facebook and you find, follow, and you're on my page or whatever, now you have been invited to join my Facebook group. It is ever so growing, but all of my members so far are shy. They don't want to talk. They don't want to pop back. They don't want to engage, and that's fine. If it is there just for you to simply exist and just take in the content, if it could make you smile, okay? If it can bring a smile across your lips, if it can encourage you, then come on over and join my Facebook group. It is called Real Women Candid Conversations. Once again, my Facebook group is called Real Women Candid Conversations. Now, men, I don't want you to be discouraged by the name because it says Real Women. Okay, I hope you can appreciate the title, the description. Real Women Candid Conversations. I love to remind everyone that Diva Speaks is a show that is taken or spoken from a woman's perspective. The men are always invited to have a seat at the table. You are more than welcome to have a seat at the table. I just need you to remember that around here, it is the women that have the last say. You can have your say, your input. You can definitely have an exchange with us. But over here, respectably, of course, the women have the last say. So why don't you take the time to find the Diva on Facebook, follow the Diva Speaks page, True Diva Speaks, as well as participate in the group Real Women Candid Conversations. And I look forward to you coming over and joining the group, and so we can continue to fellowship about all things relationship related. So I have given you that. Oh, let me not forget, and all of this is on my website. All of this is on my website. If you forget, if it just kind of flies over your head and it's too much to consume at one time, I totally get it. I'm not understanding. Most of my podcasts are available for your consumption on my YouTube page, my YouTube channel, which is Diva Speaks Relationships TV. You can find my podcast over there in MP3 as well as MP4 format, as well as some of my older television shows. So why don't you go over there, subscribe to YouTube, if that's a much easier platform for you to maneuver through and for you to remember. You can find once again, my YouTube channel is called or named Diva Speaks Relationships TV. I'm so super excited, guys. Yes. Go on over there, listen to some of the older podcasts, watch some of the older shows. I invite you to, leave a comment. Let me know what you think and let me know how you enjoyed it, because I'm pretty sure you're going to enjoy it. Every show and everything ain't for everybody, and I get that. That's just life. But let me know what you do enjoy, okay? All right. So just circling back before we segue into the show. We're going to sashay into the show. I just want to remind you again that If you should happen to be busy and you forget to watch my live broadcast on Access 21, that the TV station does have a video on demand section, and you can find my shows over there. So no worries. Just simply go to tvaccess21.com, look to the left-hand side of the page, look down a little bit, and it's going to say videos on demand. I want you to select that with your finger or your mouse. Once you do that, you'll have an opportunity up to the right hand side of the page. In a little bitty corner, it's going to say search. You want to type in Diva Speaks, and then it will give you any of the shows that are remaining on the station's platform that you can watch and catch up with. Okay? All right? Amen. Ooh, I had to get a lot of that out of the way. And as you can see, listen, don't you judge me. I don't want your judgment tonight. Yes, you're going to see me have my cards, and I wrote out some notes. I typically do this all the time. Most of the time I have a laptop in front of me, but I can't really do this and look here. I mean, I'm just a one-woman show. I'm doing it, but I don't want to do it like that. But anyway, on my podcast and any other platform, I always have cards in front of me, an outline of sorts, so I can keep up with what I'm telling you, in a timely manner. And I don't forget to share with you the points that I feel are great points to take away, educational or entertainment wise. I don't want to forget to share, what I intended to share with you. So don't judge me when you see some papers pop out or all of this or whatever. Even Oprah has cards. Even though hers are fancier, bigger, and blue, she has cards. I think Ellen does too, so don't you be judging me over there, okay? All right. So I brought you here tonight because the topic that we're going to talk about may be for somebody. And if you're not going through this right now, maybe you know somebody who is. Or maybe you've been in this situation before. My personal opinion, all of us women have been through this at one time or another. One time or another, we've been through this. And I just felt it was befitting to talk about it tonight. So, the topic for tonight, you are worth fighting for. Did you hear me? Should I say it louder for the people in the back? Okay, I will. You are worth fighting for. You are. You. And you. Oh, yeah, you too. You thought I forgot about, yeah. You're definitely worth fighting for. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about it. Have you ever found yourself, when you're in a relationship, right? You ever found yourself, you and your partner have gotten into a disagreement of sorts, or you're bumping heads, or you've had a big blow up, all right? Big blow up. Some things were probably said that should not have been said between the both of you, one of you, I don't know. I'm not in your business like that, but I'm painting the picture for you. Whatever it is, you find yourself kind of like you hit a brick wall, a dead end. It's like it's nowhere to go from here. And as a woman, have you ever found yourself waiting by the phone, waiting for a phone call? Waiting, you check your phone. Listen, you check your phone. You check the other phone. I don't want to show you this one. You're checking and you're waiting on the person that you're in a relationship with, you hope you're still in a relationship with, to call. Or you're hoping that they would text. Is that you? Have you ever been there before? Doesn't it suck to be in a place like that where you find yourself checking your phone or in a position waiting to hear either back from or just from the person that you're in a relationship with? Maybe you've been reaching out and that person hasn't responded, or they've been responding negatively. Maybe you've been sent to voicemail. Maybe you've been sending text messages and you get nothing back. So if it has left you in a position to kind of back off and kind of wait for them to either, get through, being mad or whatever they're going through, you're like, I'm just going to fall back a little bit, and you're waiting. And before you know it, hours turn into days, days have turned into a week or so, or two, or a few. And you're wondering, what the hell is going on? Have you found yourself in a position or a place like that? As if you are the only one that seems to be invested in the relationship, because it would appear that you're the only one making the effort to talk. And there has to be emphasis placed on talking, because communication is the blood that flows through the relationship, as if blood flows through the body. It's the lifeline of the relationship. Without communication, you have nothing. So when you are in a relationship and you've hit a sore spot, and the person that you are in the relationship with is refusing to talk to you, or you're sitting here waiting on a phone call that's not coming, it leaves you almost devastated, and it makes you wonder. Have you ever found yourself in a place and you wondering, you're trying to analyze every damn thing, you're wondering, you're waiting, you're confused as to what the hell is going on? It shouldn't have been this serious. Or do you just not give a damn about what's going on with us? I mean, we're not talking. You can go this many days without talking to me. You can go this many days without hearing my voice. Whether you are a man or a woman, have you found yourself in a situation like that and you're like, well, damn, it's that easy? When people stop talking to you, I'm crazy like that. I think, if you shut down on me, especially the Gayla that I used to be, if you shut down on me like that, I chalk it up to a loss, because clearly I was the only one thoroughly invested into the relationship, and you just was not as into it as I am. And I have learned, being a woman of a particular age, that people show you who they are and what you mean to them by their actions as well as their non-actions. They do. And I know sometimes that is a hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. Looking at a person and being able to say they're not putting forth any effort. Not effort that counts. And if they are, it's minimal. And it's like, don't you feel sometimes, don't breadcrumb me with your minimal efforts. If you don't give a damn, just keep it pushing. But at least have the courtesy and respect for the history that we share to even communicate your ability, your intentions on not wanting to resume the relationship. Can we all agree to that? Can we agree? Can you just give me the courtesy of knowing that you out, you checked out, you want out, you stepped out, whatever the case may be. But I tend to think that when people shut down on you like that, that's problematic. I did a show, guys. One of the very first TV shows that I did, the episodes was called Silence versus the Silent Treatment in Your Relationship. And if you have not heard of it, listen, I'm just giving you all the channels that you need to be able to go back and revisit any episodes of mine that you have missed. So I invite you to do so. The name of the show is Silence versus the Silent Treatment in Your Relationship. And I want you to check that one out, honey. I talk about it. I talk about how when people shut down on you, number one, that's a narcissistic trait. That is a form of abuse as well. Most experts have stated and testified that giving a person, especially the person that you are in a relationship with, the silent treatment for extended periods of time, and if this is their continuous go-to place, honey, you're in an abusive relationship. I know you don't want to feel that way. I know it may seem a little bit dramatic, but let me tell you how I'm going to check you. It's abuse if what they're doing is hurting you. If you are suffering and hurting as a result of their actions, and you have communicated and expressed to them how you feel, how it feels on the receiving end of their silence, that's abuse. Anytime you hurt, anytime they cause you pain, intentionally, consistently, that is abuse. Just because they're not using you as a physical punching bag doesn't mean it's not abuse, but I digress. Anyway, check out the episode. Okay, my website has it for you, diva-speaks-official.com. But moving right along. So many moons ago, years ago, eons ago, I used to work at this company. I don't mind telling you the place because I don't live in Dallas anymore. But I used to work at this company called the Associates of Las Colinas. It's a very upper echelon area of Irving, Texas. I'm from Irving. Technically, I'm from Irving, but we all say Dallas. Don't judge me. I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I used to work at this company called the Associates, and I had this really sweet coworker named Brian. Now, I say sweet as in he was a very kind individual. I don't even remember Brian's name, but Brian told me something one time that has stuck with me throughout this many years. I still remember what he said. Brian and I were having a conversation, and he called himself schooling me, guys. And I remember him telling me that he says, the person who cares the least about the relationship is the person who controls the relationship. Did you hear me? Okay, let that sink for a second. Let me take a little sip of my beverage. Hold on. That was a powerful statement. The person who cares the least about the relationship is the person who controls the relationship. And so let me tie this in for you. You're in a relationship, or so we think, because you haven't heard from this individual, right? You haven't heard from your man or your woman, okay? Because women get catty and then get trifling too. And maybe they think that they're within good reason to do this. Let's just give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they think that they are within their rights and within good reason to not be talking to you right now. Okay? But isn't their actions a reflection of a person who doesn't care? Who cares the least? And isn't that a form of control? Whether my silence to you is an effort for you, my silence, I shouldn't be drinking. My silence is an effort on my part to alter your behavior. So I'm using my silence as a manipulation tactic. Could it be that? I don't know. I'm just giving you food for thought. I'm just putting it out there. Could it? I'm just saying, because if you was fully invested, or if the person is really all in, if they truly cared, wouldn't they have reached out by now? Or what is preventing them? Do you know what is preventing the person from reaching out, checking in, and checking on you? You know, when people pull stunts like that, let me just be really candid with you. When people pull stunts like that, I'm going to tell you, it speaks to either they're not all the way in the relationship, they're entertaining somebody else outside of the relationship, or they want out of the relationship, or they just not as invested into the relationship. Something is going on, and it's never a good thing. And when you have situations like that, it creates insecurity and instability in the relationship. And those are problems that you do not need to introduce, or you do not need to fester in a loving, healthy, godly relationship. Who the hell does that when you have a happy, normal, healthy relationship? The answer to that is nobody. Nobody who wants a successful relationship does that. And let me tell you something. In my opinion, my humble opinion, in this day and age that we live in, where the world seems to have gone crazy and to hell in a handbasket, can you, within good conscience, accept a person who can go that long without checking on you or checking in with you just to let you know if minimal that they're okay? Like, you can be so reckless with how you are handling the relationship that you just go days, weeks without talking, reaching out, checking on the person that you said that you loved. How is that love? And how is that a manifestation of love? It's not. It's not. Listen. And here comes the spiritual aspect of it. My faith teaches me that the enemy, and we're talking about the devil, we're talking about Satan, we're talking about the enemy of God. My faith teaches me that the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy. That is his purpose. He is on it. He is not new to it. He is true to it. And with that being stated as fact in the Bible, that he comes to kill, steal, and destroy, why the heck are some of you leaving the door open for him to have free reign in your relationship? Some of you are so reckless and just not being cautious as to how you treat the person in your relationship that you are literally serving your relationship up for the enemy to attack and devour. You are. Because if you did pay more attention to how you are moving around in your relationship, you will be a hell of a lot more careful, and your relationship would not encounter as many challenges as you have thus far. So let me ask you something, and maybe I'm just being dramatic. I don't know, but we finna see. Let's just say that the two of you are in a bad place. Let's just say both of you can acknowledge that we are in a bad place. The space that we are occupying is not healthy. It is toxic. We recognize that we love each other. We're just not ready to do anything about it right now. Let's just say that's you. And both of you, one of you or the both of you, are participating in this non-contact, I ain't talking to you type BS behavior. Could you live with yourself if something fatally happened to the person that you're in a relationship with because you did not reach out? You wasted time. You wasted days playing games, being silent, not talking, being trifling and ornery. And the next thing you know, that person is gone. Could you live with yourself? Because every day that passed that you didn't reach out, that person crossed your mind, was an opportunity for you to do so, and you didn't. And then, like that, they were gone. You see, tomorrow is not promised to any of us. Not me, not my family, not your family. It's not. So you mean to tell me you are so reckless and heartless and cold-hearted, and you just gonna stand your ground that you're not even gonna reach out? In this age that we're living in, knowing that anything could happen, could you live with yourself if something did? I don't know. That's not my business. I'm just saying, with the way things are in our society, I would encourage all couples. I am encouraging all couples to move and handle each other with love, to bring back the sensual aspect of your relationship and dealing with one another, even when times get hard, even when you are angry. I understand. Listen, I get it. Listen, I'm a woman that's been married twice. I know times get hard. Relationships can enter seasons of struggle. You can just be bumping heads. You're not seeing eye to eye, but is it worth it? Because this is the person that you say you love. You said, some of you took vows. Some of you took vows. You made a vow not only in the presence of friends and family, but you took vows in front of God. And you said that this is the person that you wanted to spend the rest of your life with. And the minute that trouble doesn't pass over as expeditiously as you wanted to, you shut down and give your partner the silent treatment. It's not godly, it's not right, and it's toxic. You need to stop it. And if the two of you are having problems and issues connecting and seeing eye to eye and being able to talk your problems out, then let me suggest, respectively, that the two of you seek a third party to be able to sit down and start talking things over and talking things out and hearing one another. Hearing what your partner is saying to you. Maybe you should start listening, not in an effort to come back with a response or a clap back, but in an effort to understand why your partner feels the way that they do, or why they reacted or said something, or whatever the issue is in your relationship. If you listen, if you create an environment where your partner can receive you when they are talking to you, if you create the space, if you create the environment, you can start having more meaningful communication, more deeper conversations, and you can strengthen the bond that exists between the two of you, or you can rebuild it. There's beauty in rebuilding. Do you hear me? There is beauty in rebuilding. I'm going to say it again. There is absolute beauty in rebuilding. You can do it, but you can't do it if you ain't talking to them. You can't do nothing unless you start talking. And so this is my encouragement to those of you who have had a disconnect, those of you who are sitting around waiting to hear from somebody. First and foremost, let me tell you and repeat, you are worth the effort. If you're in a relationship with somebody who is not putting forth the effort, who is breadcrumbing you little bitty efforts, you're going to have to say something about that and give them the opportunity to correct it before you make a decision as to what you want to do. Not my place to say what you should do, but what you should always do is, listen, I just contradicted myself. You should always express how something makes you feel. You should always give a person the opportunity to correct whatever you told them was problematic or was going to be, it wasn't going to be for the benefit of the relationship if they did not stop. You should always, give a person the courtesy to fix it. And understanding that not all issues or problems or challenges or things that come up can be fixed overnight or instantaneously. You need to be mindful of that. But effort is effort. Meaningful effort, that is effort. And if you have found yourself questioning if the person that you're partnered with is really invested in the relationship, I would suggest you take it to God in prayer. Prayer is needed and necessary if you are a believer. Prayer is the way to go. And listen and wait for the answer. That's the only thing I'm going to tell you to wait on, is the answer to your prayer. But I need you to know, listen, I wrote it out. Look at that. I got beautiful penmanship, don't I? I know. That's one thing I learned in school. You are worth fighting for. You are worth the effort. You deserve validation. Consistency If that is what you crave, that is what is needed and required. You deserve that. You deserve a partner who can state and will state their clear and concise intentions about you and the relationship, not only in the good times, but especially during the not so good times. You know, it's easy for me to say, you know, I love you and I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You know, I want to grow old with you. You know, I want to, you know, have grandbabies with you. I want to build businesses with you. I want to create a home with you. You know, I want to, you know, sail in the ocean and watch the sunset. You know, it's easy to tell your partner that when things are good, when things are just absolute total bliss. But I think your intentions need to be ever so more stated and reinforced during those bad times. You see, because if I can just communicate that to you, even when our sugar honey iced tea is all torn up, at least that is the lifeline that keeps you holding on. Okay, so what does that look like? I'm gonna tell you what it looks like. This is what it sounds like, rather, and look like. Listen, I don't appreciate what you did. You said some jacked up things to me the other day. I felt very disrespected when you did X, Y, and Z. Or I didn't appreciate when you did this, or you acted like this when, you know, or you didn't. However that looks, right? Whatever that sounds like. However, I just need you to know I'm going to need a little bit more time to process all of that. But I still love you. I still want to grow old with you. I hope we can work through this so we can get to that. That's where I am with it. You see how easy that was? You see how easy that was? Somebody must be talking about me, guys. My ears are burning. Somebody talking about me right now. Stop it. Oh, wait a minute. Don't. Now, if you are talking about me because you just picked up the phone or text somebody and told them to watch the show, yes, that's why my ears are burning. Or if you're watching the show right now and you have been the culprit, you haven't reached out to your loved one and you just picked up the phone during this broadcast because I touched a nerve or I got to you or I touched a soft spot and motivated you to move, then bravo, my ear is burning for a reason. Thank you. Yes, that is what we have to do. We got to be intentional about making our relationships a priority and doing the things in our relationship that directly contributes to the success and the happiness of not only ourselves, but our partners. It is so crucial that we do that. But listen, let me tell you, don't get this twisted. Now, if you got somebody that refuses to put forth any effort, if you got somebody who refuses to change their way, they're not talking to you, they're not communicating with you, they keep doing the same thing over and over again. Every time there's a misunderstanding or something, they don't get their way, they stop talking to you. You have a problem on your hand and you're dealing with a very immature individual. You want to be in a relationship with an immature individual? That's your business. It's not my business. But I'm just telling you, a person who refuses to talk to you and doesn't understand the importance of communication is a person who is going to forever have issues that they're going to present to you in the relationship. I said what I said. Last but definitely not least, if their actions, check this out. I want you to listen to this. Receive this, if you will. If their actions, their lack of actions, their non-actions or whatever, always, more than once, more than a couple of times, leaves you in a state of confusion. You're always trying to figure out where you stand, where the relationship is, or where the relationship is going. If you're always trying to analyze what the hell happened, you're rehearsing and replaying different events and arguments and occurrences in your head, and you're steady guessing and wondering, that's not healthy. That is called instability, and you got to get a hold of that. That's not a healthy relationship. you're not secure in the relationship. Anytime you're always having to guess where you stand with a person, where the relationship is, where it's parked, and where it is headed, that is a crack in the foundation. It's called no security, instability. And you're allowing the enemy to fester in your relationship. And it will not get any better until both of you decide what's going to stop immediately and how you're going to move forward immediately. And if you're a woman on the receiving end of that, don't let that person, that man, tell you that you're acting out of insecurity when he's created the space and the opportunity for you to live in a state of insecurity. Anytime a man is not being consistent with you, anytime a man is not communicating with you effectively, or he sees communication, he's ghosting you communication-wise, leaving you to wonder and leaving thoughts to creep in. You're wondering who's he talking to, if he's talking to anybody. Is he entertaining anybody outside of you? Because he damn sure ain't talking to you. He's created a space for insecurity. So don't let him make you think that you're crazy and you just ain't stable. You just ain't stable. I was watching one of these movies on Tubi and I wanted to slap the guy through the screen the other night. Anyway, that's my little fetish, my addiction. What do you call it? My obsession. I couldn't even get the words right. But anyway, ladies, if that's you, don't let nobody play tricks with your head. Anytime a man is not consistent with you, anytime a man shuts down communication with you, especially when you've been reaching out, especially when you've expressed a desire to resume communication, something's wrong. He's creating that on purpose. He's being intentional. And it's toxic and it's not going to produce positive results in your relationship. So let me tell you this. Why don't you go back and check out my older televised episode? It's called Silence versus the Silent Treatment. I encourage you to check that out. It's good information in there. It speaks to a lot of the things that I talked about tonight. But tonight I needed to reinforce that you are definitely worth the effort. You are worth pursuing. You are worth somebody going about it as much as they need to, as hard as they need to get it right. If they have broken something about the relationship, whether that is trust, whether that is your heart, you are worth the effort that it takes to get it fixed. That's what I was trying to say. So if you've enjoyed tonight's episode of Diva Speaks Relationship Talk Show, I invite you to meet me back here. Listen, every second and fourth Friday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find Diva Speaks Relationships on Access 21, as well as every Tuesday and Friday night on Empowered Living TV. You can find it at empoweredlivingtv.com, or you can download the Empowered Living app, as well as the Diva is coming to the Now Television Network. The video on demand will be available. I will get back with you with my actual launch date. I'm super excited. I hope that you tell all of your friends and family about the talk show, the podcast, the radio show, the website. I invite all of you to take this journey with me, and we can continue. I shouldn't drink when I'm talking, right? I invite all of you to continue this journey with me. I appreciate your support. Oh my goodness, it means so much to me. Thank you so very much. Don't forget, tell everybody about Diva Speaks Relationships Talk Show. And until the next time, the Diva has spoken.